Hey guys, it is Holy Basil, back with another video, back between the rack. And if you're anything like me, a young man, Christian, aspiring after being righteous, being wholesome, then you might have thought to yourself, what if Jesus were a bodybuilder? Now, if you haven't thought that, that's okay, because I'm going to break it down my insight and my opinion. Have you ever seen those pictures of Jesus jacked on the cross? Yeah, I think it's sacrilegious. It is a little funny because all the pictures we have of Jesus anyway are not accurate because we know that he didn't look like me. He didn't have the skin color. Definitely from the Middle East. Let's entertain the notion that Jesus was a bodybuilder and break it down how he would do it so that we can emulate some of his actions.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Right. So nobody want to
Die to their sins.
go. I do it though. Yeah.
Now, obviously, Jesus didn't work out in the vanity that is bodybuilding to make himself look better, to compete with others, to build up more of an endurance. But we know that he was a carpenter. We know that he did work and that he had lots of characteristics that we can apply to our own lives to be more efficient in working out, bodybuilding, exercising, competing in sports, whatever it might be, to be prosperous. It's safe to say that Jesus walked a large majority of the places he went, something that we can apply to our own lives and to getting our steps in. As I'm trying to cut again, I'm trying to get 10,000 steps at least a day, and we know that Jesus covered a lot more than 10,000 steps a day. Now, intermittent fasting is obviously a trend, but Jesus also endured tough fasts that showed his character and that grew him spiritually. Now, what type of lifting would Jesus do? Would he do CrossFit? Well, we know that he carried the cross. Would he do calisthenics? Well, we know that he would pull up to the other disciples' houses unexpectedly. We know that he would push up others towards the Father. We know that he would deadlift people from the grave.
Baby deadlift is conventional. It's pretty much
We know that he would exercise out demons.
to the squat out of the hole. So all of these things that we're talking about, right? They're little variables you can manipulate.
Now, those may be bad puns, but in reality, we know that Jesus wouldn't exercise for a vain approach, that he would have a very meek and stoic aura, you could say, to his approach to exercise. He would definitely be intent on progressive overload, getting stronger, as we should be. There's a fly in here, it's driving me absolutely nuts. Jesus wouldn't be concerned with getting as big as possible, being some mass monster that wouldn't be capable of walking up a staircase without getting out of breath. What type of workout split would Jesus do? Would he do a bro split, which is push-pull legs? Would he do an upper-lower split? Or would he do a full body split every day? That's totally what I think that he would do. The discipline that it takes, the focus, the growth that you receive mentally from full body every day, being able to focus your body on a whole and not break it down, each day growing as a unit. We know that the body grows when resting. Jesus would prioritize rest. He would take a Sabbath rest, and he would take time off in isolation to spend time with the Father to grow. And we can do the same thing, apply the same thing to our lives by resting more, and not just in a sense of not doing anything, being lazy, watching Netflix, but as in taking time away from the gym, taking time away from life to spend time with family, to focus on God, and to have periods of time dedicated to resting and recovering. Would Jesus train to failure? Would he leave 1 rep in the tank? Would he train to 3 RIR? Definitely think Jesus would train to failure, and he would be very calculated in his approach, and he would push it to the limit. Kind of like a David Goggins approach, that true endurance, that mental toughness, that fortitude. Overall, this is kind of a silly video, but in all seriousness, I think that we can learn a lot from Jesus in our application of our physical fitness journey, whether that is bodybuilding, whether that is some type of powerlifting or strongman or functional lifting or just recreational lifting in general. Jesus has lots of attributes that we can apply to our own life, with discipline, with eating well. Jesus did life with others, and working out with others, having training partners is very useful, and the community that is YouTube is super awesome. So that could be like a body of believers and encouragement for daily life in addition to lifting encouragement. Ultimately, I think it's safe to say that Jesus would not skip leg day. He wouldn't skip exercises that were hard. He would tackle and go towards the exercise that were hardest first and endure those. And I think that we can apply that to our own lives as well by not avoiding things that are tough, that we dislike, but jumping into it head first, getting it over with, because we know that those things will grow us mentally and physically. 1 Timothy 4:8 says, "Rather, train yourself in godliness, for the training of the body has a limited benefit, but godliness is beneficial in every way, since it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come." So there's benefit to working out, there's benefit to taking care of your body, but don't neglect the life that is much longer, and that's the afterlife. There's something to come after this. Your strength will fade, your body will fade. It's a promise. Your bones will get old, but we have to work out our spiritual life because that will last forever. So if you're still watching this video, if you made it through my random quirky ideas, do me a favor, hit the like button, give me a chance if you're not subscribed, and subscribe to me. But most importantly, if you haven't accepted Jesus into your heart, make the time to do so now. It's the most important decision that you could ever make. I would love if you would start getting into lifting weights. I would love if you started bench pressing and squatting and doing all these cool exercise. But most importantly, I would like you to exercise your faith and grow with me in this channel. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.